Alright, so we've got a bit of R-Class action here. So this is the new league for this week. The GT cars up to 880 PI. Let's go off the line and let's see what happens. I'm in 15th position. We've got some cars already piled up on the right hand side there. So we've gained 3 positions coming into turn 1. And leave a bit of space and try to pick my way through these 2 Aston Martins as I get a better run. Yes, I do. Look at that. As we're coming into turn 2. Got a load of cars here. Anyone going to make contact? Oh, I'm going to make contact actually. But luckily we get through okay. Lots of tyre smoke. What's going on here? 2 guys going off wide. I'm going to go through the gap. Oh, just get tagged. And those 2 guys went off. I don't think I did anything wrong there. I was just on the left hand side minding my own business. And that guy slightly came across on me. And go down the inside of the Corvette. Look at that. And I'm hooked up with the aTTaX. And, oh! A bit too aggressive on the throttle there, so I need to be a bit more careful on the throttle. I'm going to get swarmed by the pack as I come out of the hairpin coming into this corner. I'm going to cut back on the Lambo who's gone wide onto the grass, so I'm going to go around his outside now, and I've got the inside line now for the right hander of this what's his name, Crunchy Tiger. As we come through there, I've just about got ahead so I can pull in. So this is the BMW Z4 GTE, which I'm using in the AOR Le Mans League, but of course I tuned it up to 880 PI. Well, I didn't tune it up, I bought a tune from aTTaX Bombay. So remember to check out that spreadsheet that I've got. Check the description below. There is a spreadsheet in there which tells you the best cars to use in each class. And I'm going to mention this car because it's really good on handling. It's a bit aggressive on the throttle, it seems. Coming out of the hairpin I was halfway round, but if you're careful on the throttle you should be okay. It seems to handle really nicely, this car actually. So we come into turn 1, get over the curb. Oh, actually that throws you off quite a nasty amount, but that's not really down to the car, that's down to the game, I would say, or the curbs. The curbs are really quite nasty in this game, so it's probably better just to avoid them if you can. They're going to take a very tight line compared to the Corvette, which gives me a better line through that left hander. It means I can take that flat out in comfort. And coming through the long left hander, the Corvette is actually pretty quick in a straight line, so I'm not actually able to catch up with him. Good on the brakes, as you can see there, as I gain a lot of space. I'm going to stay in 2nd gear, so a bit of oversteer as we get on the power, but that's okay this time. Haven't gone round, I've managed to keep going forwards, so sometimes it's better to stay in 2nd gear. I went down to 1st gear last time. I'm going to go dial up the inside. He's giving me space. I'm going to park it on the apex and there's nowhere he can go. So look at that, we are up into 5th position from 15th of the grid, so we've gained 10 and we've still got over 2 laps remaining. So coming into the stadium section, brake nice and late, get a very late apex here, get 2 wheels onto the green AstroTurf on the inside and on the outside. Brake a little bit late here, but you can cut back for a later apex and get better speed out. Take a bit of the curb there. Unsettled the car a little bit, so you've got to be careful as you come through the last right hander. It's like a double right hander. I like to think of this as one corner as we come onto the main straight. So the guy behind me is there. Ooh, he's actually trying to spin out a little bit there as we come into turn 1. Gaining on 4th position. Be a bit more careful around that curb this time so I don't go flying on 2 wheels, nearly flipping over. And we've got a few. Who's that guy? The ghost car there, messing about. Not quite sure what he's doing. Guess he's just given up completely. So he's decided to drive around in the concrete runoff. Not sure why he finds that fun, but anyway, let's move on. Coming to the hairpin for the 3rd time out of 4. Doesn't look like I'm gaining that much, but let's see how much I gain on the brakes. Quite a lot, actually a lot, a damn lot. Probably. I'm not sure if these guys are using ABS, but we're going to get past this Aston Martin. So if these guys are using ABS, that'll slow them down. Or no, let me rephrase that. They won't slow down as quickly, so their lap times will be bigger. So which means I can gain on them under braking, because of course I'm not using ABS. So it helps you if you can get it right, but it is hard to get right. Anyway, into the stadium section. For the 3rd time behind the Aston Martin. The Aston Martin is probably the 2nd most used car, I say, for this class, or this what do you call it, league, sorry. I've seen a lot of people using this Aston Martin, but this BMW is really popular, and I've seen a lot of the very fast drivers. We're going to dive up his inside and get through quite cleanly. He actually yielded that position quite nicely. I was expecting a bit of a tap from behind, but remember, this is the Pinnacle League, and the drivers in here are a lot better than normal. And oh my god, look at that, that's actually first place. He's gone straight on, so we're into second. So this is actually a straight fight now between me and this guy in front of me for the win in the race. So going through turn 1, he's good 2 or 3 seconds ahead, which could be possible. I could gain on him by the stadium section at the end of the lap. So let's see how we can do going through the long straight. Well, it's not really straight, it is a curve, as you can see here, but we're going to call it straight because you don't actually really have to think too much about it. As we come into the hairpin, I like to brake on the end of the curb, get hooked up with the apex, stay in second gear, be very gentle on the throttle, try not to get too much oversteer as you come out of the corner. And I'm getting away nicely from third place, and we can take this corner flat out, don't have to lift there. As we come into the left-hander, get it parked on the apex, wait for the car to settle after hitting the curb, then get back on the throttle through the right-hander, get on the throttle nice and early, which gives you speed out onto this mini straight as we come into the stadium section. But it looks like first place is actually pretty competent, and it doesn't look like I'll be able to gain on him unless he spins off or something by the end of the race. So yeah, look at that, he looks fairly comfortable, as we've only got 2 corners left now. Going through the left-right chicane, now into the final 2 corners. Please spin out, please. No, okay. He's not going to spin out. I'm going to finish second. That's actually a really good race though. From 15th on the grid, I'm pretty pleased with that. You can't complain too much when you gain 13 positions. That's actually a really good race in the end. So yeah, this R-Class GT League, the best tune for this car that I found is by aTTaX Bombay. I'll leave a note in the description if you want to download it. So to download the tune, of course, just go to the Get Tunes, press search on your controller, then type in the gamer tag. If you want the gamer tag, so yeah, it's in the description, also on the spreadsheet which I'll add. So yeah, that's going to be the end of this video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. So in the outro at the end of this video, you're going to see a Forza survival guide. So I've posted a video recently of how to survive lap 1. So you want to click on that, give you a couple of tips on how to get through the first lap of a race without being smashed off by all the idiots, and hopefully that'll help you out a little bit. So I hope you have enjoyed this video, guys. Hit the like button if you did, subscribe if you want to see more of the same, and I shall see you in the next one. Thank you for watching, goodbye.